Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. It's another review for Ladies Who List Atlanta, Season 1, Episode 4. Grand opening. Little phone. I don't want to do... Okay. Like, stop telling me. No! Sorry. It was trying to, like... I ain't got time for this computer to be doing what it want to do. I get it. I get it. The update is near. Anyway, we picking back up with the lunch with, you know, Kiana and Robin. They want to talk about the money. Let's talk about the money. Kiana explains again that she had 26 contracts. I'm like, last week you said 29 contracts. Girl, which is it? Which is it? Let's stick with 26 because, I mean, I guess I've heard 26 more than she said 29. Maybe when she said 29, she was just throwing out a ballpark. I don't know. Anyway, Robin clarifies, you know, that I asked for 500 flat rate. Not 500 times 26. 500 flat rate. Kiana swears up and down that she didn't get that, you know, misunderstood. Her numbers weren't wrong. She felt like that's what she heard. Robin is on some, well, that's not what I said. that's not what it was at all. Kiana says she gonna let it ride, although she says she don't miss. Okay, whatever. Anyway, over in Midtown with Tiana and Mr. Hibachi, he's unwilling to sell his penthouse for anything less than $2 million. Excuse me. Tiana says his problem is he's overinvested. He's invested so much in this penthouse, and they just not buying the penthouses over here, excuse me, for over $2 million. They just not doing that over here. So it may not sell for that much. It's just not. So the number she gave, 1.5, is basically the more realistic asking price. But she tells him, you know, she's going to table it for now, and maybe in a year or two, she may be able to sell it for what he's asking. Kiana and Crystal and Kira, they meet for drinks to talk about Robin. Kira feels like Robin, being that she's older. And it's like, girl, here you go with that again. There you go with that again. See, that's messy and petty and shady. You're being shady. You don't need to call this woman's age into question all the time or always throw her age out there like it's a factor in anything. You are immature for thinking that you need to check people for unfollowing you. You as a mature woman, we don't do that. If you see it happen, okay, it is what it is. But don't ever come to me about some shit off social media. That is the quickest way to trigger me. Because it's like, this is too fucking trivial for my brain capacity. I don't want to do this with you. We're not talking about why I unfollowed you or why I posted this. Oh, but I saw this post. I saw your post. Girl, what? I don't care. Because after I posted it, that was that. I said what I said. Posted what I posted. It is what it is. I unfollowed you. Yeah, so what? So what? But Robin is the one that's immature. No. No, girl. The fact that you are pressed that people unfollowed you, no, you're the immature one. But okay. Kiana tells them, you know, that she and Robin spoke, you know, so they're in a good place. They cool, whatever. Crystal says she still hasn't spoken to Robin. So there's that, you know, and I guess she's throwing that ball in Robin's court, like, why you ain't called me? I don't know. She says that she'll never use that word triggered, though, around Robin again. She will never do that again. This whole conversation was basically about Robin. All of them, I guess, share a mutual understanding that they either got issues with Robin or don't like something she said. I don't know. Kiana shares, you know, that Tiffany and Tiana felt a way about Crystal, you know, kind of being the catalyst to the bullshit. And Crystal says that she did what she thought was right. She feels a way, excuse me. She does feel a way that Tiffany has an opinion on, you know, their friendship at all. It's like, this has been my friend for X number of years. We don't even know you like that. So I need you to just stay in your lane. Mind your business. Okay. Robin, she's meeting a client, Carlos. She says that he had a spot and it was her listing, but they had an argument and he ended up giving the listing to somebody else. This is someone that she does real estate business with, you know, a lot. He has a lot of properties, that sort of thing, and she's his go-to until she made him mad, and now, you know, she says she gonna get her listing back. When she gets in the house, the assistant come downstairs and says that he had an emergency, you know, that he had to go. He had an emergency meeting that he had to attend, so he's not here. He's in Puerto Rico. And Robin is like, now didn't he know we had a meeting? And this little lady, she was a little, I ain't really like her tone. You know, I ain't like the Miss Assistant's tone because she's talking about, that's just how it is. I mean, you know, it's work. He has to work. So yeah, he's gone. He just has to work. Like, sorry about y'all's little meeting, but he has to work. Girl, it was almost as if, did somebody fill you in on Robin before she got here? It's almost as if she knew about the argument, you know, and she really don't see it for Robin. Anyway, Robin just get him on the FaceTime. She calls him straight away. You know, like, what's the tea? I thought we had a meeting. What's going on? And, oh, also, and by the way, I want my listing back. Like, I see that you done gave this girl, you know, my listing. What's that about? And he basically tells her, listen, you got to watch your mouth. You're going to have to learn how to watch that temper. You got to control that temper. And she says, you need to control your temper too. We both have a temper. This is a working relationship. She feels like he done cheated on her. You know, they have a real estate marriage, as she put it. And she feels like he was cheating on her. But she wants to talk, you know, face to face. She wants to sit down and rehash this whole thing because she really doesn't want to lose the listing. And he agrees. He agrees to take her out when he gets back from Puerto Rico. Tiffany, she and Tiana, they meet to work out. They do a few, maybe 10 jump squats, you know, and sit down to talk. Tiffany is opening a new office, and so she's having a grand opening. Crystal is not invited. She says she wants good vibes, good energy, and people that are there for her. She don't really know her like that, and she also didn't like how Crystal treats her friends, and so there's that. Tiana asked, you know, if she met with Robin. You know, she shares that she enjoyed her time with Robin. They really got along. The energy was good. Robin is definitely invited to the gathering. And then Tiana shares her story. She has a similar story. Her mother struggled with addiction while, you know, through childhood. And she referred to her as her biological mother. So it's safe to assume there's probably no relationship there. But her mother... she wasn't raised by her mother. Her father raised her. She and her two sisters. And so it's that whole I got it out the mud mentality, you know, raised off survival. And so that's pushed her to succeed. And that's why she is where she is today, because of that. That is her why, you know, because I ain't finna be broke again. It ain't really about the money, but it is about the money. Then people always saying that it's not about the money. It's about the money. You do it for the money. So I want people to be real, be honest about their why. Why are you doing it? Because I want the money. Why am I doing YouTube? Because I want the money. I want the money. I want the money. I want the opportunity that's going to come with the money. You know, it's a catalyst. It's a stepping stone here. You got to, listen, be upfront about the why. All this, I do it for my kids, for my family. No, that too. But it's for the money. We are here for the coin. And nothing less. Anyway, Kira and Tiffany, they meet with their client, Alex. And Alex owns a trucking company, and Kira sold him the house brand new, but he's done some upgrades, and so she's there to see it. Well, they are there to see it, and they go inside, and it's great. It's a really nice house. He did a great job. The home is, let me see, I want to say it was like $2 million, but I didn't write down a number. Anyway, the house is amazing. I loved his front door. They talk about his closing experience, and she, listen, pulled out all the bells and whistles for him. She surprised him with his family and friends, you know, close family and friends there at the house, a DJ, and a private chef. I said, all I fucking got was a damn keychain. All I got was a keychain from Keller Williams and them. A keychain and a bottle of wine. Where was my surprise party? Where was my DJ and private chef? The next house, I guess it got to be luxury, got to be in the millions. And maybe that's when my realtor would decide to, you know, give me a lot, because her commission was a lot. So I guess, you know, thank you for this big commission. So here's a party. I mean, I was like, I was jelly a little bit, like, shit, I didn't get none of that. It was, you know, congrats. Here's a bottle of wine and a keychain. Merry Christmas. Anyway, he tells her that he wants to buy his mama a house, and so, you know, let's get on it. So she's happy to help. She's gonna find mama a house. Robin meets with Carlos, and he tells her that his penthouse sold the night before for $2 million in cash. She's like, no way. That's not how this was supposed to go. And he basically tells her, listen, you gonna have to learn how to just eat shit sometimes. It just is. He teaching her a lesson. He teaching her a lesson. You know, they have a great rapport or whatever, but he got to teach her a lesson. But he does level with her and tells her he's going to give all of his listings to her. He has, I think he says 3, and they're all worth over $2 million. He's looking for a new office space, you know, so she back in the game. She back in the game. She tells him about her idea with the ladies, and immediately he's like, immediately no. Immediately no. I've seen what I've needed to see. Immediately no. he ain't here for it. It's bullshit. That's what he says. It's BS. Don't merge, girl. You've been doing this alone. It's always been about you and your goals and what you got to do, and you just work best alone. So you don't need to merge. Kira, she meets with Crystal. Crystal has her over, you know, to the office for a 5-star lunch. This is what she does to poach and bribe her clients. That's what they do. That's the Kimbrough way, you know, of getting to know their potential clients. You know, they share similarities or whatever, that they both just ended long-term relationships. Crystal was in a relationship for 4 years. They were living together and that didn't work out. They also worked together. He was a realtor as well. And we know that Kira and her boyfriend broke up after 5 years. You know, it's they just vibing, a good time. But oh my God, Crystal, she wastes no time, you know, getting to the point. So you gonna come close with us, girl? That's what we here for. Are you gonna come close over here? I seen what your numbers do. I think you got enough to go around. So that's her whole thing. Kira doesn't really, you know, give her an answer or anything like that, but I guess she'll be thinking about it. Tiffany, she has her grand opening. The space is beautiful. It's exactly like she said. It's definitely a vibe. She thanks her husband and her family and friends and everything. And, you know, the ladies are, you know, having their sidebar conversations. And, Tiffany, no, excuse me, Kira shares that Tiffany, excuse me, wait a minute. Kira shares with Tiffany that Crystal kind of wined and dined her, you know, took her out or whatever. And Tiffany don't appreciate it. She feels like, you know, that's underhanded. Like, why you doing that? That's not the way. Even if you are trying to poach someone's business, it's like, you trying to take my client. Like, don't do that. Robin sees them talking and she comes over and she's like, oh, we look so nice, ladies. Let's take a picture. And Kira's like, oh, no, thank you. But Robin is immature. Girl, the immaturity is just oozing off of you. The bitterness just oozing off of you. Why are you still mad? Why are you still upset? Anyway, afterwards, Robin, again, another olive branch. Okay, Kira, you get in and I'll take one with you. Oh, no, I've taken so many already. All right, girl. Whatever, girl. Anyway, Robin and Kiana sit down and talk. Robin says that, you know, Crystal hasn't returned her text. You know, they're talking about Crystal, and she feels like I reached out and she ain't respond, so that's just what it is. Kiana shares that she met with Crystal, and Crystal had a different story. Crystal is saying that Robin ain't the one answering. And so, you know, they got these conflicting stories. They just need to rehash it together. Robin feels like Crystal has great qualities, but she's not a loyal friend. You know, in that situation, she felt like her friend should have had her back no matter what, but her friend was very much wavered. You know, like she didn't know whose side to be on, and she don't even know Kira. She don't even know her, but she was ready to, you know, stand in the gap for her, and she just ain't like that. That's just not her. That's not her cup of tea. Kiana says that she can see both sides, you know, but a conversation does need to be had. She felt like, I already told y'all that that she and Kira really don't know each other that well, and so it was kind of asinine for her to be going so hard for her. The episode ends with Robin calling Kira over, you know, to rehash. She's like, "Oh, she want to talk? We can talk right now. Call over here. Hey, girl, come on over here. We can talk. It's nothing." So they'll be rehashing it next week. So that's where we end out. I'm ready for this show to be off, honestly. We done seen 3 houses. All of them penthouses. I'm like, if y'all don't go out there to Brookhaven, if y'all don't go out there to the Cascade and find me a house I can see, I know something. I'm tired of looking at these penthouses. They all look the same. Modern. All of them very, very, very modern. Anyway. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'm going to chat with you later. Peace and light.